Hello, physics class, and welcome to another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be all about the Trebuchet project. One thing that I've changed about the Trebuchet project is the date that it's due. Originally, I had been saying that it was due May 24th. I've changed that to May 27th. Gives you guys a couple of extra days, and that's actually not a Tuesday. That's a Wednesday. Wednesday, May 27th. It's going to be due, and the purpose for what I'd like you to do is to make a trebuchet and calculate and test your hypothesis of your experiment. I'm going to tell you what that's going to look like, hopefully giving you a little bit more ideas. The first thing I want you to do is to make a trebuchet, either small, medium, or large trebuchet. I have provided you plans for a medium-sized trebuchet. This is something that you can use. You could go on the internet, and I'd encourage you, if you really want to, go on the internet and find something that fits you, or you could use these if you really need to. This is a project that you can, I'm saying right from the beginning, you can do this with your lab partner if that's available. Don't get in a big group, but if your parents are comfortable with that, you can do that with your lab partner. If your parents are not comfortable with that, you can't work together with it, you can do this with your parents, your family, someone who can help you that's trusted. I'm not going to say, oh, you have to do this all on your own. Okay? On the paper, you might be wondering, what are we looking at? We have been using the position and motion equations a lot. I've provided videos on these things that will help us calculate a lot of different things. I'm going to ask you to calculate the maximum height of your trebuchet, to calculate the time that it gets to that maximum height, to calculate the initial velocity by taking potential energy and converting it to kinetic energy. So you got mass times gravity times height equals mass times velocity squared over 2. One of the difficult things to find is going to be calculate the angle of launch. And I'm going to kind of give you, and this is not a tried and true method, but it's the best that I think we can come up with at this point. Here we got this angle theta. And I'd like you to calculate by saying tangent of -1 of opposite over adjacent is going to be the launch of your angle, okay? That's going to give you theta for your calculations. And you can see there, if you've got a diagram, you should come up with that angle of inclination. All right? Got any questions on that? Let me know. I'd like you to calculate the velocity final, again, using motion and position equations, calculating the total time that your projectile will be in the air. So when it comes time for this to be finished, what are you going to do? First thing you're going to do is you're going to write a paper. And it's probably one page. Your hypothesis, the work that you have done, and what you believe is going to happen, and do all the math and everything, and take that, put it on your computer, and upload that to Mr. Wilson, okay? Hit send and upload it to me, or is that download? Oh, I think that's download, that's not upload. But anyways, still, send your paperwork to me. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to create a video. So in your video, have the trebuchet out there and start it up. So here I got my trebuchet, and I've got someone, how do I draw a video camera? This is going to be the worst video camera you've ever seen. There, it's on a tripod. You're going to record. And then you're going to stand there, or your lab partner, and you're going to give me a presentation. And in your presentation, you're going to start talking, and you're going to say blah, 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 blah. You can have your paper in front of you, so you can tell me your hypothesis based on the math that you have done. You're going to tell me some of your experiment, like you should have tried this trebuchet a couple of times, and it doesn't match the numbers. It's not going to match the numbers and you can say it's way off from what I calculated, or it's 50% of what I calculated, or I'm surprised it's 75% of what I calculated. I don't think it'll be 120% of what you calculate. There's going to be too many mechanical errors in your design and human error and all sorts of friction that you can occur into the problem. So it shouldn't be more than you calculated. Okay, and then after that, you tell me how you made it. You know who you made it with. Give a big shout out to those who helped you, and then give a good pull on your rope and send her flying. And then kind of come up with, you can figure out how far it went, and hopefully you've tried to time it while it's in the air, and just kind of compare the results to what your paperwork said. I don't expect it to be exact. Okay, so just do the best that you can, and then after that, upload that video to my web page now, or upload that video to my email, put it on YouTube, tell me where to look. Excuse me, let me go back just a minute. I uploaded 3 videos. Trebuchet, they're going to be called Trebuchet 1, Trebuchet 2, and Trebuchet 3. What I'd love for you to do is to give me your reactions to them. I don't care. Make a video reaction or write it down. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to grade Trebuchet 1, Trebuchet 2, and Trebuchet 3. I'm going to use those as kind of a standard by which you will be graded on. And so I'd like to hear your grades, but just so you know, if you achieved Trebuchet 1, I'm going to give you an 80%. It's kind of like a greatest integer type of thing. If you achieve the level of Trebuchet 1, you will achieve 80%. If you achieve the level of Trebuchet 2, you will achieve a grade of 90%. If you achieve the level of Trebuchet 3, in other words, it's on par or better than that, I will give you 98%. And I'm going to leave those last 2 percentage points for wow, Mr. Wilson points. Okay? So that gives you a rubric by which you can work for. All right? If you've got any questions, let me know. Have a great day.